Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the final episode of Deltarune Chapter 1. Of course, there's still Chapter 2, Chapter 5, Chapter 10, and Chapter 26. So,
all the way to 100.
basically what this episode is just going to consist of is just going through and talking to everybody, because there's some funny dialogue, there's some familiar faces in case you haven't played this game. And then we'll show the ending, of course, which is probably the most important part. And we already talked to Burley, so we're not going to talk to him again, but we'll talk to Undyne. Hey, punk, get out of the road! You're blocking traffic! Oh, wait, just Asgore's kid. Sorry, I'm a little, worked up lately. This job is so boring! Nothing ever happens in this town. I just wish something would shake things up. Huh? You got something to report? Alphys help you or Dark World?
Dark World. We can choose all of these options, you know?
No.
Alphys.
Alright, got it.
Hey!
Alphys? Who's Alphys? No idea who you're talking about. Why? Did they do something illegal? Gotcha! If I see Alphys, I'll tackle him. They're so good as dead! Alright, great.
Hey! I only gave one response.
It's an obligatory hospital piano, shrunk to fit in the corner. As a result, it's missing most of the good keys. Play it? Yeah.
Yes.
That was great. Beautiful.
Amazing.
It's one of those sliding bead toys that naturally spawn inside doctors' offices.
Yeah.
The beads march grimly along their set path.
Yeah,
You never see them anywhere else.
It's only in doctor offices.
Yeah, they're only there.
Aye.
Oh, is
This castle's white wizards relegated me to this healing chamber. My blood is boiling for battle.
Who are you? Pain. Happy, happy, happy.
I'm just gonna...
What's up? It's a classic 1 to 10 pain scale using IC as a model. At 0 pain, he's happy. At 10 pain, he's happy and sweating. Yeah, it's really funny. Forget all your voices. Dad! Oh, whatever. I skipped it. Oh my god, I died. Literally died. Yeah, okay, great. Someone else read it. I have enough people.
I don't...
Actually, no, didn't I voice this guy?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
I'm setting up myself a failure here. I think you're similar to Asgore's because you're best buds. No, sweetheart. First time I laid eyes on your mother, I walked right up and told her she was a hot piece of work. Wait, really? Yeah, she slapped me so hard I blacked out. Dad, that doesn't help at all. Anyhow, how's Dragon Blazers 3? Beat it yet? Nah, I'm still at the Ice Palace. I've been kind of waiting to finish it with you, Dad. Well, maybe you shouldn't wait, because I'm dying, and that's going to be the saddest part of this game. Dad? You should bring it here! I'm bored as heck! Har, fine, you win. I'll bring it next time. Oh, it's getting late. Guess I better go. I've got homework. Oh, that's the group project voice. Bird guy again? What's his name? Nerdly.
Okay, that was...
Nerd!
Okay, that was a tattle.
What's his name? Ugly Birdly?
That made no sense.
Actually, it did. It's Birdly, Dad. He's not that bad. I'll kick his butt. We already did. We already did in chapter 2. So we time travel. We're a time traveler. We kicked his butt in chapter 2 specifically for you.
Yes.
Hey, no,
Dad, you're not even supposed to get up. Bring him by the window. I'll throw something at him. Like a rock so I can get brain damage. Bye, Dad. Bye, honey. Oh, Chris, you were listening to our whole conversation? That's not weird or creepy at all.
Nice.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Yeah, I totally don't feel any part of... I'm not even gonna finish that.
Oh, so you're just here to use the sink, huh? Come on, Chris. Be a little friendlier.
Yeah, we don't give a crap about...
It's an angel doll. Its lack of facial features is unsettling. We've never interacted with this.
Oh, man, no, we just focus on...
So it's an angel with no... So it's a doll with no face. Dolls are just, in general, burn them. Like, if you walk into a house, you see a doll, burn it.
I'm okay then. With dolls, just
nope,
if
nope.
they move,
no. That angel, Noelle and Des made it... oh, so you can learn about death even before chapter 2. Interesting. Made it in youth group. It's kind of like a good luck charm to me now. Oh, right. You and Azzy tried to make me one, too. But you wasted the whole time making huge wings for it. Huge wings? Reference to Azrael's boss fight. Sorry, I had some,
Yeah, something stuck in me.
Yeah, you okay
Yeah.
there?
It's a bunch of roses in a glass container.
You don't get sick.
Hey, I'm happy your dad brought me flowers, but... Roses? What is this, man? Beauty and the Beast? That ain't gonna work, man. We're both beasts. I'll just sit in the chair. Sure.
Just a check.
Alright, thanks, man.
Alright, we're out.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. Well, jingle my gosh darn bells. Looks like Christmas came early.
Christmas, his name's Chris.
Please kick him off.
We're so funny.
Please kick him off.
Please laugh.
Like-
What?
Brother, this guy
Why,
stinks!
why are you not laughing? Come on.
Alright, Chris, just give me the straight shot. Why are you here? Did your mom make you come here? We've always said no. What if we say yes? Yeah. That's what I thought. She's a peach, huh? Fuzzy and sweet on the outside, a total nut on the inside. Oh, your dad? Yeah, he's a real fruit himself, too. Which one? I don't know. Probably a hairy one? Like a kiwi? Okay. Seriously. You want to chat or something? Noelle, illness, or family?
Illness.
Illness.
We can talk about all of them. Let's just do...
Noelle, got it. She's a sweetheart, isn't she, Chris? Smart, kind, sweet. Couldn't ask for a better daughter. I just wish she wasn't so defenseless. Scary movies, bugs, Santa Claus, everything scares her.
Santa Claus.
And when it happens, she freezes like a deer in headlights. Get it, because she's a deer. Remember, she used to even be afraid of humans under the bed? Chris, it was not nice of you to do that, or to hide under there, by the way. Anyhow, that's what's tough about being here, Chris. Not what's going on with me. Just that, in the meantime, I can't be there to protect her. Keep an eye out for her, okay? Now, he says this, right? What does she need protecting from? Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, nothing. It's just metaphorical. However, we're going to be talking to Noelle, and it might make sense later. Because I watched a theory recently that makes a lot of sense. And I'll probably link in the description at some point. And then, but it connects to Noelle. So that's why I picked that option. Alright. Actually, I think... No, Noelle's on the other side. Yeah, that's the police state. You knocked on the door to the police station. Someone's coming up to the window. They just closed the blinds. Now we know this is Napstablook now.
Yep.
Which means the person that's in Napstablook's house is actually Metaton. So Metaton is actually still here. So he's in the game. We'll go down first.
But he's
He might be. He's not in his robotic form. He's in his ghost form.
Yeah, that's true. Because he is technically a ghost.
He started out as a ghost. Yeah. If you know that judging by the secret key you can usually get in the genocide run because it's free instead of 500 golden or whatever. Also that map, it's a painting of the town. Whose big house is up there? So we go up and there's our driveway, but if you go past the trees, there's a bigger house. Whose house is that? Susie's, maybe? Because we never see Susie's house.
Nor Noelle's.
No, Noelle's is past that gate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We can't see it on this map. It's farther to the left there. But yeah, we don't see Susie's. Birdley's is one of those houses that's in like it looks like an apartment. It's one of those ones. But Susie's is the only one we don't see. So the mayor's charisma is about 0. No, it's negative. But she works hard has a good track record, so she runs unopposed. That's politics. Rarely. Yeah, politics is interesting. Hey, short stuff, why would you possibly need to talk to the mayor? Your allowance too low, ate too much candies, lost your frisbee in the wash? Hey, short stuff, that's what the cops are for. Sure. I'm sorry. The mayor is busy at work right now. If you need to see her, please try causing some terrible crisis.
Nice.
Hey kids, do you ever need the attention of your mayor?
So that
Just
door is
commit a
locked.
crime.
So we can't access that door. That could be a potential dark world in there. We've never been in the church. Every time so far in the past 2 chapters, it's been blocked up by somebody. The first chapter is him. The second chapter is those weird dudes. So that could be a dark world in there as well. Because there's a weird religious connection between Chris and his family or whatever. So I wonder if we'll go in there at some point. Whether it's a dark world or not, we're probably going to go in there at some point. Because we need to figure out what day this is.
I assume that it's like
You think it's a Monday, right? Because there's 7 chapters, 7 souls, 7 days of the week, right?
So maybe for the last 2 chapters, we aren't going to be going to school if this is a Monday.
Well, here's the thing. I think that might be correct, because if we're making dark worlds in the real world, we don't even have to worry about going to school at that point, because it's like, hey, I'm gonna go in my dark world, see you people later. So, I don't know, it's very, like, Toby can take this in so many different directions, and I can't wait. Because, like I said, I cannot wait for Chapter 3 to 5 to come out, because then, like I said, once Chapter 3 comes out, I see the ending, I'm like, oh my god, I want to play Chapter 4 so bad. I'll be able to, because they're coming out at the same time. So that's going to be good. I don't care if I have to pay, I think he's saying 25 for those 3 chapters. I don't care. If that could have been 60, and I'm buying it.
Yeah, he could have...
You've created a Toby, you've created a franchise where that could have said 100 and I still would have bought it. I mean, he's not that ridiculous, but you get the idea. But 25, absolutely worth it for, because each chapter's like 5 hours. So, there you go. Alright, let's talk to this guy. I believe his name is Alvin. Chris, what a pleasant surprise to see you here, and on a school day. There must be a reason that you came here at such a time. I, Father Alvin, implore you, if you have anything weighing on your mind, please speak. Fruit juice. Chris, if you want some of our sick fruit juice, you should come to our service. Our choir sounds a bit thinner since your brother went away. Chris, it would be wonderful if you would sing with us, or even participated in any extent, instead of just trying to drink the fruit juice. But I want the fruit juice.
I want the
fruit juice, man.
Which is usually wine, but I guess
another place that there could be a dark world is in the bunker.
Oh, the bunker's definitely no. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
solidified. That's either Gaster's bunker or it's a dark world. One of the two. It's something related to Gaster. Because here's the thing. After Deltarune, I assume Toby's done with this kind of franchise, which is why it's taken the script so long. So, because according to him, he's already done with the script. He just has to make it. But that's why it took the script so long. Because it's been what? Undertale came out in 2014.
2015.
Same thing. And it was 2019 when we got it. When we got it, Chapter 1. So it took him that long to write the script, meaning it's very important if he made that many corrections and stuff to it. So I bet we're gonna get more information on Gaster, who the frick he is, what happened to him. We can make theories based on what happened to him from Undertale, but it's not a solidified thing. And then there's always gonna be stuff that is not gonna be answered. It's gonna be kind of like FNAF. It's gonna be left up to us to figure it out. Which, speaking of FNAF, Scared Bridge comes on the 17th. Anyway.
I thought it was December 16th.
If you keep talking over there, thinking you're right all the time, you can walk on out of here.
No, I just thought... I thought...
Shira, karaoke microphone for a brave singer. That's relating to the Shiren, which doesn't make a lot of sense because she appears in Chapter 2. Muddler, big bone for the leader of the pack, one of the dogs.
Maybe the greater dog.
It could be the greater dog, yeah, we haven't seen him yet. Crystal, a snowy gemstone for a proud mother. That's the mother of the snow dudes.
Yeah, the one that was in the mountain.
And then Gerson Boom, he was the shopkeeper in Waterfall. Gerson, renowned historian, author, and teacher. Cool.
It's just a bench over there. Did we ever interact with that?
Yes, we did. It's Gerson saying, if anyone asks why you're sitting here, say you're writing or whatever. All right.
And they also keep adding more, they keep adding stuff with the bunkers. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's definitely going to be something leading up to it.
This is definitely something slowed down. Think of it. Doesn't it sound like it's something that's really slowed down?
I can barely hear anything, but it reminds me of...
That's someone talking that's slowed down or something. It's either that or a song that's slowed down.
Yeah.
The main thing the thing that this reminds me of is when you do a genocide run and you're left in, and then it keeps saying but nobody came, but I doubt it's that song. I doubt it. Because it doesn't.
No, I don't hear any connection to that. I'm telling you this. You know what I'm gonna try later today? I'm gonna try taking a sample of this. I hope someone has a video of it where it's just isolated, no other sounds. and then I'm going to take that, put it into Audacity, and slow it down, or speed it up. Sorry, as like just to see if I get anything out of it. Because I'm telling, this has to be something to slow down. Otherwise, I don't know what the purpose of this is. So, like, we're still getting it here. We're miles away. Well, not miles, but we're really far away from the bunker. We're still getting it in this area. It's really interesting. Back to peaceful.
Yeah.
Also, another thing someone noted that I didn't even think about. This isn't supposed to be here. These trees are cut down purposely. These trees, like, there wasn't a random path here that led to a bunker. Someone made this.
Yeah, I was about to
No
say
one
this-
thought about that. Because look, this should be a forest down here. But it's not. Someone carved a path here.
Yeah.
So
because
someone
that's-
else, and here's the thing. Who haven't we seen yet that's responsible for all town activities? Like, think about real life. If you were to cut down trees in a town to make something, who would you have to speak to?
The mayor.
The mayor. We haven't seen anything relating to this person yet.
Because they're always busy.
They're always, quote-unquote, busy, right? So, I bet Gaster and whoever this mayor thing is connected somehow. Again, so another thing I forgot to mention, we're probably going to be mainly me anyway, because I'm fully caught up with the lore and stuff of this game. But, you know, it's very interesting. You know, just have to see what becomes of it. So, alright, this guy. Oh god, someone's actually here. I sees pizza, your number one spot for a pipe or not? Piece of pizza. Hey, wait a second. I recognize you. Hey, it's our dude, bro. Little buddy, it's me. Want to chat for a minute before I lose my mind? This guy's funny, so we're gonna talk about all this stuff. Azrael. You know why Azzy's coming home? Do you know when Azzy's coming home? You can't tell him this, but I really miss the guy. It'd be sweet to cruise around town like old times. Picking up, for example, chicks. Which, as a matter of course, may have never actually happened. But one time on Diamond, I got time with me. While she was writing me a speeding ticket.
Oh my god.
Coworkers. Ah, yes, little buddy, good idea. Meet the Rogues Gallery. Blue ears, soft serve, obsessed, no concept of personal space. Keeps accidentally pouring slushes on me and giggling. The Warrior, thankfully absent due to pizza-related injuries. So the Warrior is the guy in the hospital. Consistently terrorizing customers with war chants. Purple guy, man, that guy, you gotta...
Oh.
Actually, does that guy even work here? My coworkers.
Guy?
Where would I be without him? A happy place, little buddy. A much happier place.
Purple
Now, people are
guy.
theorizing that purple guy's in the game. He's not. It's just a reference.
It's the
It's just a
man
reference.
behind the slaughter.
But then again, someone made a song that's from FNAF relating to the purple guy in the form of Big Shot, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's called the Big Shot. Behind the...
Yeah. Make no mistake, little buddy. I see his pizza is hick. I can't slack off for seconds without hearing. Be a team player, there's no I in pizza. Yes, there is. You just took it out. But it's okay, little buddy. I've been saving up to go to college where Azzy is. Then I'll get a theater degree, become a famous actor. And let the fangirls roll in, little buddy. Beautiful. Now, we can't go in here yet. The entrance is locked, no one's inside. Seems like all of the employees are outside in costume.
Oh, why is this dude dressed up like Bart?
Ice me up, boss.
Why is this...
Would you be interested in trying some of our many 24 peasant flavors?
Peasant.
We've got normal, cheese, ice, gravy, double ice, pepperonis, and more. Sub on down to Icy's Pets.
What's wrong with these guys?
Again, just making weird connections. He says gravy, and the queen constantly says gravy. To Noelle, but she says it constantly. Hey, you dude bros, how's it going? You're alive. Nice. I'm working.
Nice.
Cool.
We'll take the special one. Do you have any edible glitter? The youngest one won't eat anything if it doesn't look like treasure. Looking at my rugged body, you must wonder what kind of secrets I hold. My secret is I put all my leftover pancakes in this giant hat.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ice Wolf does not like ice and drink. Ice Wolf likes ice to be drink.
Ice to be drink.
It's beautiful. I like to vibe of the waitresses here. Maybe I should sign up too. Nah, serving drinks when I realize who to fire elemental. If I got nervous, I just meant all the ice. So for you two girls, that'll be the crepes, the cinnamon latte, 2 bunny per face, and a piece of firewood. Beautiful.
I mean, yeah, it's a fire.
There's our buddy. You should see the reactions on people's faces when they saw him. Because for us, it wasn't. Because I played it until like back in 2015 when it like came out. Because I saw Jack play, and I'm like, yes. But these guys didn't play it until what? It was either 2019 or 2020. It was very recent. Either way, they had access to Undertale and then like complete access to Deltarune. So it wasn't 4 years for these guys. It was 4 years for me. So when I saw this guy, when I saw Sans, I might as well have jumped out the window. But you should see other people's reaction because like they waited as well for 4 years and didn't think Sans would be in the game because Toby Fox initially said it's not related. So he's thinking, okay, so everyone was thinking, okay, we might see some references like we saw Undyne, but she didn't have her eye patch or anything. So people weren't like sure we were gonna see Sans. Plus, he's still the same model. Undyne's different. Everyone else is different in some way. He's not. Which just goes to show he's fourth brawl breaking again.
Hold up.
What?
I don't know if it's the exact same with the store sign. It kind of.
No, it's Grillby's.
Yeah, it's Grillby's.
It's Grillby's, yeah.
He just added ants to it. So,
He also put the apostrophe at or before his S.
like he didn't bother to take out the apostrophe of it.
Yeah.
But why
Well, I
would he
mean,
do that?
it still works though.
Did he have to like how did this happen?
I assume he talked to the mayor, and again, the mayor. I assume he talked to the mayor and was like, "Hey, I want to buy this. I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm either stealing it, or burning it down. Which one's gonna be? Or you could challenge me and have a bad time.
Yes.
There's those options. Hey, look who's walking around. How are you, kid? Great to see you again.
Who the heck are you?
Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it? Especially considering I've never met you before. The name's Sans. Sans the Skeleton. I'm new in town. What's up? Because it's Sans, we're doing all of them. Behind me? Yeah, that's the grocery store. Unfortunately, it's closed. What a pain. I only wanted to buy some milk. Someone ought to complain to the guy who runs it.
Isn't it you?
It's his place. Friends, we just moved here, so I hardly know anyone. Why, got anyone I should know better? Me.
Me.
Whoa there, Todd. You can't just jump straight into friendship. It takes time. Alright, that's enough time. Take this. Call whenever you feel like. You got Sans' number. What's up? Friends. Just moved here. My teacher. Alphys? Yeah, I know about her. Came into the store with a suitcase and sunglasses. Thought she was part of the mob. She opened the case and stuffed it full of instant noodles. Paid in small bills. And then slicked out of the place. Pajamas trailing on the floor. Anyway, our relationship is purely business. So I guess I'll just let her do with it. Instant noodles, so that's a reference to the instant noodles.
Yep.
Which, it's funny he's mentioning that, because instant noodles is the item that saves your butt in his fight.
Yeah.
That and the pie, of course, but he wouldn't mention the pie. He mentioned the noodles. So it's very strange that you're mentioning that, Sans. Now, here's the thing. So while we're talking to Sans, before I forget, people, of course, it's a game on the computer, so people are going to delve into the code. There is a sprite. There's one sprite so far that's unused, and it scares the crap out of me because Undertale Sans in Genesis was not nice. There's a sprite of him with his eyes. So like right here you can see his eyes, right, his pupils or whatever.
Yeah.
The shot. So in Undertale, if you make him angry or whatever, he'll have a shot where his pupils are not there. So it's really creepy looking. There's a thing for that in the Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2 files. It's the only thing that's gone unused. Which has led everyone to theorize that their Sans is going to be a boss again in Deltarune.
No.
Oh my god.
Because Toby's also he's also said this somewhere. I forgot where it was, but he started saying that he wants the game to be harder he wants an option for the game to be harder for players that enjoy the game more. Well, not more, but the people that more want a challenge, right? What concerns me is that he might be the secret boss of a chapter. Which is fine, because then you're not forced to battle him to progress. However, all the secret bosses have been, well, Spamton wasn't that bad, but I've heard people that say he was ridiculous. Jevil was hard, the first time I played Jevil, I was dead for 10 years. But when I finally got his attacks, I'm like, okay, it's random, but I know what you're doing. With Sans, he's alright as well, but he was ridiculous when I first played him. It's 10 deaths, and then I finally got used to it. Zach over here took a whole day to complete them, basically.
It took like 50 attempts.
It was more than 50, but it was like, I want to say like 5. It was about 5 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. Either
was
way,
so
it took him so long. When Isabel played, I didn't even want her to try it because she was kind of not great at the regular battle, so I didn't think having her battle.
Could be Undyne.
I didn't think having her beat Sans would be a good idea.
Yeah, because she picked the genocide
People think
option
Undyne's
first.
harder, which to me doesn't make much sense. But if you think Undyne's harder, then that's fine. But either way, if he's a boss fight, that's fine. But hopefully it's not one that stops you in your tracks otherwise. Because in Undertale Genocide, you had to beat him, which is fine because that's a linear path. But I don't know. It's just there's a sprite with his eyes gone, which is his like angry form. It's like him's like, hey, you want him bad time? So, and someone actually made a fight for, like, I found this out like a little later. I thought it was an official thing. It's not. But someone made a fight sequence with Sans, and it looked really good, and the music was really cool. So
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah, it's either way, but they used a sprite that was already in the folders, which was that Gaster Blaster. Which, to be fair, Gaster's Blasters have been were already in the files because of Undertale, because of this, like, because he basically the way he kept the files was he imported them to the other thing, so it's possible he forgot to get rid of the Gaster Blasters, but they're still in the files.
He might have also forgotten about the Sans one with the pupils.
No, because someone asked him about that on Twitter, and he responded with 3 dots. I doubt he forgot about it. He would have said, "Oh crap, let me change that," if he actually forgot.
Okay then.
So I'm betting my money that he didn't forget those. Cause here's the thing, there's a sprite like all the other sprites would carry over. You think he missed 2 very important, really interesting ones?
True.
Like Monster Kid, like that's a different sprite now. You think he forgot to do that one? It's only 2 things of Sans that he forgot, and Sans is the major fourth wall breaking character. So I hardly doubt it's a mistake. So I hardly know anyone. Got my mom. Your mother, huh? Too late. I already befriended your mom last night. Oh! She's great. Came to the store to buy chocolate kisses. She said she's got to lock her door to stop you from eating them. You sound like a fun kid, huh? Beautiful Sans. Hey, bud. Are you busy tomorrow? I need some help with something. It'd be great if you could come over. I live just next door, you know?
Yes.
Yes. Wow, you answer quickly, huh? That's not good. I'm a total stranger. You should probably hesitate more. Well, I guess I shouldn't complain. Huh? What are we gonna be doing? Oh, I'm not gonna be there. That'd be weird. It's gonna be you and my little brother. He needs friends. Thanks for hanging out with him. See you. Now he says that even if you say no. It's funny. Knock, 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 knock. No response, but the distant trousel bones.
Let me in! Let me see Papyrus, man.
Huh. It's not there.
It's not there.
That's interesting. Sans, so if you guys remember, Sans and Papyrus, well, I don't know if Papyrus knows about it, but Sans has a secret door in the back of his house in Snowden that's very lore-based, that no one knows what it is yet. And I just thought of it as I was walking by, because we never explored this area. There's nothing here. But, so, I guess it's not there. Maybe he's not completely fourth wall breaking in this one. I mean, he still is, but yeah. So Birdley's is one of these 3. I assume this is your house, so I don't think it's this one. It's one of these 2.
Hey, why did you talk to him?
It's ugly.
Knock, knock, knock. Ooh, are you the human that lives at the top of the town? Wow, my mommy told me about you. Does it hurt to be made of blood? Does it hurt to be made of dust? Knock, knock, knock. Huh? That sounds like the knock of a beginner. Come back when you've gotten better at knocking. Please tell me that this is good, because this continues in chapter 2. It's like, it sounds like the knock of an amateur, I think is what it moves up to. I'm telling you, every chapter it's going to be something different until finally, maybe in chapter 7, if the town's not completely killed by Chris, or Jar, whoever this is, then he'd be like, oh, finally, after years, you finally mastered it. My
And now
God.
you become a knocking master.
Yeah, and that says, eat moss.
Moss.
Beautiful.
That's the message of the day, kids.
Oh, Snowy, what did I tell you about knocking the door so hard? Don't do it. It's really gonna hurt your face. We don't have arms, you know. It's funny. So that's yeah, that's the snow guy's house.
Oh.
I'm gonna call you right in front of you. Ring ring. Hello. You have reached the hotline for idiot babies. Please press 1 for idiots, 2 for babies, 3 for idiot babies, and 4 for none.
Alright, which one do we want?
So we've tried 4. He just like, well then why'd you call us? 1 is for idiots, 2 is for babies, 3 is idiot babies, right? We've done idiot babies.
Alright.
I don't think we've done either of these two.
Idiots.
Idiots?
Idiots.
Alright. Ah, you're an idiot. To tell you the truth, I'm one too. Let's try our best, okay? Oh, it's actually motivating.
Alright.
I thought he was gonna have a snarky remark. Oh wait, I think he said something if we talk to him. What's up, friends? Me. Oh, sorry, I don't hang out with idiot babies. They compete with my sociologic niche. Okay, so that's so we changed it a little bit.
Yeah, now I know what a niche is. I don't know why that's important, but now I know.
There's some kind of scratching noise coming from inside.
That's called cats.
Any secrets? Okay. Knock, knock, knock. I'm afraid no one's home right now, darling. Now, why don't you prance on home? I'm giving him a different voice because he's a ghost form. He's not the Metaton form. Dum dee dum. Oh, is someone there? Just a moment. I have almost finished watering these flowers. You recognize that?
Yep, the exact same lines.
Exact same lines as when he's about to fight you. Here we are.
Exact same.
Howdy. How can I...
Yep, all of that was the exact same.
Oh, Chris. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot if you don't like hugs like that. Well now, make yourself at home, Chris. You can help yourself to anything you like. I'll just buy the store. Just don't even worry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, can I have this
eat
dirt? I want to eat moss. Do you have moss in here?
Yeah,
Let's
where's the
eat
moss? Dad.
It's a flower. A strange, sectioned off yellow flower.
Yep. Looks
Perhaps
very
this is
sus-
a flower we know?
It's pretty sus of you,
Okay.
Asgore.
So unfortunately we didn't get the egg, which is sad because... Okay, so let me just tell you what happens.
Sad boy.
So what would have happened if it actually worked for some... I don't know why it didn't. Basically, we would have gone to a tree area. It was a tree and there would have been a weird music playing. I don't know what the music's called. I think it's just ambient noise. And then if you click on the tree, it says there's a man behind the tree. Now, that's left up to speculation. However, I, as well as literally everyone else, thinks it's Gaster because he's weird. If you talk to him, he gives you an egg. And what you do is, the thing about this egg is it seems like, okay, great, I have an egg. If you use it, it doesn't do anything, it stays in your inventory. The egg is the only thing that carries over from the Dark World into the real world. The only item. Your other stuff turns into the ball of junk, which you can throw away. The egg is the only thing you can't. Now, what's weird about this egg is you can put it in Asgore's fridge. The only thing in Asgore's fridge is one pickle, a singular pickle.
A pickle.
a pickle.
If you put the egg in the fridge and close it and reopen it, there's 2 eggs. So it's like a duplicating thing. I don't know what it is. Maybe that egg is gonna hatch something. I don't know. It's just very, very strange. So.
Oh, look at that middle flower.
It's a door, it's locked. So this is a Dark World 100%. All the Dark Worlds so far have been double doored. This is a double door that's locked. That seems a bit strange. What's back there, Asgore? You sack of garbage. So, just saying, this is totally a Dark World at some point. I don't know when, but it is.
So how many other Dark Worlds are...
There's probably one in the Mare. There's the church. There's the bunker. There's Asgore. That's 4. So we'd be missing how many?
We would be missing 1 more.
1 more?
Oh yeah, that's right. The isn't now our world a Dark World because there was the fountain.
Yeah, but I don't know if that counts yet. Because he could just be making a Dark World. I don't know. It's hard to say because he might already be in the Dark World because he spawned it on himself.
Or maybe our house, like not just the entire world. Maybe just our house.
I think it's just our house. No, but so we never talked about this in in chapter 2 because we didn't think of it at the time. We were thinking about other stuff. So, if you don't want spoilers for chapter 2, I mean, if you haven't seen chapter 2 and you like Deltarune, what the frick are you doing here? But in case you want to see spoilers, skip to like the end of the video, or skip to when you see us moving about, because that's when I'll stop. But in chapter 2 at the very end, what Chris does is he pulls out his heart again, because that's what he always does. Like, I don't know if the reason for that is, I don't know, because, so, actually, no, I do know. The reason he rips out the heart is because that's how you have control over him. So he rips it out of him so you don't get control of him anymore. So that's how he goes and does his thing. Her, I don't know who this is. It could be Chris or it can be Chara. We don't know. Chara was the mysterious one in Chara and Gaster were the two mysterious ones in Undertale. So I hope we're going to get more ideas on them. Plus, Chris is literally wearing the same exact thing Chara is. The yellow and white. Or the yellow and white. Yellow and green. But what he does is, after he rips out his heart, he opens the door. He doesn't go outside. We thought he went outside. He doesn't. He opens the door, then turns on the TV, then activates the Dark World. So the way you said that it stays in our house, I don't think it stays in our house, because he opened the door.
And it'll just spread outside.
I think it might spread outside. So maybe the entire overworld will be the Dark World next time, and once we purge that, then we move back into like the doors and stuff. But here's another question. Who created the first two?
It's true.
If you have to make these Dark Worlds, who made the first two? That's my question. Because Chris made the third one. That's obviously explained. And we'll dive into that in chapter 3 once that comes out. But who made the third one? Or who made the first two?
Yeah, it's very weird.
I'm betting my money on Azrael.
Rouse?
No, Azrael. Like real world Azrael. Before he went to college, I think he made these.
Oh.
Because that's an unused classroom, so he'd be able to hide it. The other one is in the computer lab would be hard to hide though. I feel like a lot of people go there. I don't know. To me, it just seems like, because if you have to make these, then someone else is making them. Chris made the third one after he found out that he can make them, so he didn't even know before. Oh yeah. That makes me think it even more. Who was the one that tells Chris you can make Dark Worlds?
The Queen.
Nope. Who was the one that told... Well, I mean, she technically told him, but who was the first one to tell him?
Rouse?
Mm-hmm. Who was also the person that warned him about the Dark Worlds, and how if there's too many, what happens?
Rouse.
Mm-hmm. Who has this secret of information that we as the players don't get to see? So for example, in the first chapter, while we're in the cell, as we get to see Susie, once we come back as Chris and Rouse, he's like, so that's why, Chris. So he was saying something to Chris while we couldn't see, because he knew we couldn't see. So he's fourth wall breaking, just like Sans is, essentially. So that's why a lot of people are saying Rouse is going to be a bad guy or someone. I can see that being the case, because Azrael was the bad guy in the main game. Well, main game, Undertale. It's like, I think he's the one that made these Dark Worlds. That's what I'm guessing. But as for chapter 2, he opens the door. Now, whether that's to have it leak out or what, I'm not sure. But then he turns on the TV. That's the weird part. He turns on the TV, then creates the Dark World. The TV, I assume, because we've already had an internet thing, so I doubt it's going to be that again. The TV, I assume... It's one of two things. It's either him creating the Dark World through the TV. So it might be that show that they were going on, that they were watching, the Suzilla one or whatever. The one where it's Godzilla, basically. Or it's acts as a portal, and he's not going into the TV, he's bringing something out from the TV. Into the real world. So, but whatever that smiling face thing was, I guarantee is like the bad guy of that chapter.
I still have no idea who that could be besides maybe Omega Flowey. I doubt it, but I don't know.
It wouldn't be Omega Flowey, it'd just be Flowey in general. Because Flowey can make faces. The only problem with Flowey is that Flowey is Azrael, and Azrael's off to college, and there's a Rouse. That'd be 3 Azraels.
That's too many Azraels.
So there's too many problems with it being Flowey. It's like, because here's the thing, no one predicted Chaos King, and no one predicted Queen. So it's gonna be someone we don't know. Hopefully they're funny, because we've met Chaos King, which is Lancer's dad. We met the Queen, which calls Lancer his. They act as like a mom and son duo. They're not biological, but they're definitely like in that role. So I think we're done with his kind of like family arc, and maybe we're gonna move on to like actually evil people, because Queen wasn't that bad.
She was just.
She's just kind of like, oh, I want to protect the world, because when Rouse is like, you're doing more harm than good or whatever. I don't know what he says exactly, but she's like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. She wasn't intentionally trying to hurt people. She's just doing it because she thought it was right. Chaos King, he didn't really do anything. He kind of just fought us. He was evil, as you would call evil, but he wasn't that bad. The creepy freaking smiling face, as well as it sounded like screaming. I'm not sure what it was, but as the smiling face was coming more into view, whatever it was.
Static.
No, it was not static. You can hear something in there. Either way, thanks for interrupting. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Literally the worst. This is why you don't interrupt people. No. Yeah, but anyway, it was more menacing. So I'm thinking this next person's gonna be like really evil. Like, I want to murder people evil. That's just what I think it is.
Yeah, like just creepily sinister.
Creepily and evil. Yeah. Because like I said, Chaos King didn't really do much. Queen was actually more funny than evil. And yeah. I mean, also the other bosses. The only person that was creepy in Chapter 2 was Spampkin. And that's only if you did Genocide. He wasn't creepy otherwise. He had a bit of like weirdness to him, and when he did a passive/neutral run on the special boss fight, but he only gets creepy in the Genocide run, or the true Snowgrave run, whatever. That's the only time he gets creepy, because he has the Deal Gone Wrong music, which is really sinister. Then he's like, you called out to the darkness. He's really strange. So here's the only creepy one in Chapter 2. I don't think there was anyone that was particularly, because Jevel's not creepy. He's weird, but he's not creepy.
Yeah, there wasn't really anyone that was creepy
in Chapter 1. Yeah, so I think the creepiness, because if he's making this more like a horror game, I fully support that, because that's amazing. But like, I think it's gonna get more sinister as we keep going. So, because like I said, Chaos King didn't do anything. And then Queen, like I said, she didn't know what she was doing until someone finally gave it to her straight and saying, hey, what you're doing is not right. Maybe do this instead. And she's like, woo! It's literally what her reaction was. Plus, like I said, she's more funny than she was evil, because literally one of her sticks, and that's a meme now, by the way, is when they're like, hey, what's that?
What's that?
Just spinning away.
She wasn't spinning.
Or no.
She was like doing a weird like walk. It was the most ridiculous walk ever. But yeah, it was hey, what's that?
What's that?
Beautiful.
I've seen this one meme more.
No, we're not talking about memes. So yeah, basically so she wasn't evil. She wasn't really, like I said, she wasn't intentionally evil. Sure, she was the boss of the chapter, but she wasn't the boss of the chapter.
Her literal motivation for doing it was just, seems cool.
Yeah, well, yeah. It also, well, no, her other motivation was for trying to protect Noelle. Which, when Noelle told her, hey, this isn't protecting me, she's like, woo! That makes sense. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. So, that makes me think, also, like I said, this episode might get longer than I thought it would be. But basically, another thing that makes me think, too, is that I watched this theory called the Universal Mother. I don't know if either of you have seen that yet.
Nope.
I'm going to link in the description. I definitely recommend it. Definitely you two watch it, but also you guys at home watch it if you haven't. It's a really good theory, and it actually delves deep and psychologically into what story this might be telling. So, think of main characters, not side characters, not weird side characters. Think of main characters that we haven't seen their mom yet.
Susie.
Okay, that's one.
Does Rousey have a family? If it's not as real,
you can count that because it's in their theory, so I'll count it. Noelle, we don't see her mom.
But she technically does have.
She has one, but we haven't seen her. There's one more main one, and then there's kind of a cryptic one.
Lancer.
I don't think that's one of them. You should know this. Who his mom haven't we seen? That's the main kid, Birdley. I think that was all of them. Maybe I'm making up the fake one. I think it was just those 4. Well, I mean, I have a phone right here. Anyway, I'm not gonna like I said. You guys should go watch the video on your own. However, basically, I'm just gonna summarize some parts of it. So, let me just look it up real quick. That's called the Universal Mother. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. So Zach. Yeah. So we got. Yeah. So you got all 4. It's Susie, Noelle, Rousey, Birdley. Chris is also on here as well. Oh yeah, so I forgot Chris is on here. Nope, shut up. Yeah, so there's different parts. So there's Noelle, Susie, Chris, Birdley, and Rousey. So yeah, those are the 4 or the 5. So, real quick, I just want to talk about it because it's a really good theory. Basically, we don't see Susie's mom ever. We haven't seen her at all. We haven't seen Noelle's mom at all. We haven't seen Birdley's mom at all. And we haven't, we've seen Chris's mom. However, think of the kind of relationship that, we'll start with Chris, because he's the easiest one. Think of what relationship Chris has with his mom.
Adoptive? Wait, no, it's not.
I meant more like psychological behavior.
Oh, never mind then.
Is he kind of like, oh, fine, I'll do it, or is he like, okay, mom, I'll do it for you?
He doesn't really talk that much, so we don't really entirely
No, we do.
Oh.
What's the first chapter? How does chapter 2 start?
They eat all the pie.
He eats all the pie, and she's mad at him, right? What does she have to do to the candied kisses?
Store them away.
Store them away so he doesn't do anything with them. So he's very rebellious. I think that's a safe term to give him. He's very rebellious, right? So it seems like obviously Toriel loves them, but on Chris's side, it might not seem all that clear, right? So the Queen, think of how Chris interacts with Queen, right? Kind of rebellious, kind of like, oh, okay, right?
Yeah.
Very similar. Now, the first interaction we have with Queen as Chris is the Punch-Out game, right? What's wrong? What happens with Chris in the Punch-Out game?
He isn't able to.
He isn't able to do it.
Yeah, he can't even reach it. Nor
he needs his friends to help him do it. Correct? Just to match Queen, right?
Yeah.
That's symbolizing that right now, the way Chris feels, he doesn't feel that his mother's there for him at all. He feels that his friends are currently. So Susie and Rousey, even though Rousey is technically Azrael. But anyway, Susie is definitely a friend. So he appreciates those guys. But it seems like Toriel and his relationship are very rocky. Because, another thing too, is who does it seem like she values more? Because there is a correct answer to that. But from Toriel, just by looking at their room, you can tell. We don't even have to delve into dialogue. Whose side of the room is more prestigious?
Azrael's.
Azrael's. She's framing his trophies. She's framing his plaques. She lets him have video games. Chris doesn't have any video games on his side. It's only Azrael's side. He has music. He has CDs. What does Chris have?
A birdcage.
A birdcage. That's it. So, now Azrael's gone off to college, right? So she has to pay attention to Chris. So he might feel neglected because this entire time she's like, oh, good job, Azrael. Like, she's just praising Azrael when, Chris is still there, obviously. So that's kind of what the theory went into for Chris. Noelle's the most complicated one, so I'm going to save her for last. Birdley's interesting. So Birdley, you don't see his mom either. There might be a reason why he acts so prestigious. The reason they give, and I 100% agree with this because I've seen this in real life, I think he acts prestigious because he doesn't have any self-confidence. He even kind of delves into a little bit of it when he has his Bluebird of Misfortune. It's a song, but it's his like flashback into how we got this far. His entire shtick is that he's goofy and annoying, right?
Yeah.
Like you, even if you like Burley, you have to call him annoying because he acts that way. The reason he acts that way might be because his mom holds him to such expectations. Once you hold once you hold a child to an expectation, if they don't meet it, what do you think happens?
They're disappointed.
Their parents get disappointed, which loses any sort of connection that those two might have, right? So Burley's might be constantly getting pressured to get A pluses, to excel in spelling bees, to get 100s in all the tests, right? Because he's obviously, so here's another part of it too that they mention. Who's actually smarter, Noelle or Burley? Noelle. She only lost the spelling bee because a part of me thinks she let him as well because she's nice. A part of me thinks she let him win. But even if she didn't, she lost only because she was nervous. That's it.
And I think I know why. The word was December.
It was December. Well, another point that we'll get to later, because Des is a very important character, now that I've watched this. So, Burley might be being pressured and to be getting these high grades for his parents, mom specifically. How does Burley interact with Queen? Every time.
He's like trying to
seem cool.
Trying to seem cool, trying to seem prestigious. Now, how does she react to that?
Like, what? Get me the frick out of here.
Like,
she's neglecting him. She starts controlling him in the end. But the biggest part that she says in dialogue, do you remember that Trucy scene? Where she's like, oh, let's be Trucies. She says, as Burley was leaving, she says, he's not bad or whatever, he's just annoying. Right? That's what she says. So, she doesn't not like him, she just thinks he's annoying. Right? And then, so like you guys said, she's like, get me out of here, she neglects him, and then she starts controlling him. Which parents often can try to control their children, which doesn't work. But this might seem what's happening with Burley's case, which might be why he has little self-esteem. So, he's interesting. I think Ralze is the hardest one because there's not much proof for him. I can't even remember Azrael. So you guys should go watch yourself. Noelle's is the most interesting one, and why I think Noelle is one of the most interesting characters so far. Obviously, Sans and Papyrus will always be my personal favorite, but if those two didn't exist, Noelle would kind of be my personal favorite. Besides, like, Spamton and Jevil, because those guys are cool. But from main character perspectives, she would be one of my favorites because there's this Des character floating around, which seems to be her sister. I'm willing to bet $1,000 that she's dead. She's already dead. Because what happens to be in the town that looks like an accident? There's police tape by the police station leading onto a road which could be a car crash. So they didn't mention that, but for some reason. But my biggest theory is that she died in a car crash, and either Noelle blames herself or I don't know. If it was her mom driving, I think that she would blame her mom at that point. But either way, she's in a way depressed about her sister dying, right? I'm willing to bet $1,000 right here, right now that she's already dead.
I would probably bet too.
Because she's scared of saying, like Zach said, she's scared of spelling even December when Des isn't even technically in there. DEC is, which sounds like Des, I guess, but it's not the entire name. So even something that even sort of sounds like the name of her sister, she can't do, right? And another thing that links Des is in Chapter 2, you go through this maze where she starts talking about her life, which isn't overly important, but the word you spell is December, which on our first playthrough, forgive us for being stupid, we didn't see it. Our second playthrough, we did see it. So she's been floating around. Now, the mother in this situation, which we're going to talk to Noelle in a second. I want to talk to her because she starts talking about it. It seems like, again, with Noelle and her mom have a rocky relationship as well. And I mentioned this for a reason. Her dad mentions she needs protecting. No one's threatening her right now, as we can see, correct?
Oh.
The only person that might be threatening her is the person that could be the closest to her, which is her mom, right? Now, skip real world stuff, let's talk about the queen, right? How does Noelle interact with the queen? What happens?
She doesn't really want to be around her.
No, I'm talking about queen.
Oh, queen. Oh.
What does the queen do?
She's she's very nice and very protective.
I like the second half of that. Well, she's nice, but she's more protective. So she's ultra protective, right? Controlling even, right? She's like, I know what's best for you, listen to me, right? Again, relating it to real life, those types of parents exist, where it's like, I know what's best for you, you listen to me, end of story, right? That kind of thing. Which is not a good thing to do, but it's what's happening in the Dark World. So in the Dark World, that's how Queen handles Noelle. Now, this is a really, really good part, and I give, obviously all this is her stuff. I give full credit to her for doing this. What is the one time the Queen cannot see Noelle? What is the one time? What's the one thing that tricks her?
When you're doing a genocide run?
Nope. In a neutral / pacifist run, what's the one thing that Queen, like when Queen think no, here's help. When Queen's looking for Noelle, what does Noelle have to do?
Hide.
Hide herself.
Hide in what?
A box.
Which is I think the word you're looking for is mask.
Yeah.
She's putting a mask over her head to hide from the Queen. Now, masks are very, very metaphorical, meaning you're putting on a facade. I'm sure you guys have heard that word before, especially you two. You're putting on a facade to make yourself seem different, whether it's better or worse, whatever. You're making yourself seem different than you actually are. Noelle's forcing herself to be different in front of her mom just so she can be on her good side or be away from her, that kind of thing. I'm pretty, and what they say is, and I agree with this, is that's the same situation that's happening in the real world, in this world right here. Is that she's having to put on a mask, she's having to get these good grades, kind of like Burley. She's having to get these good grades, she's having to be prestigious, otherwise her mom's not going to appreciate it, that kind of stuff. She's probably overprotective as well. They have a flippin' gate to their door. No one else has a gate to their door, to their house or whatever. It's only them. So there's that as well. And what is Noelle? Okay, so here's what you were trying to answer before. How does Noelle act towards the Queen?
She doesn't want to be around her.
Not necessarily.
She's maybe nervous.
Sure, I'll give you nervous. The thing I'm looking for here is I guess in a sense you're right. She's nervous to what? What is she nervous for when it comes to the Queen? What's the reason she gets captured every time?
Because she's defenseless.
Because she's defenseless, and defenseless means she can't what?
Fight back.
So, and what does she finally do at the end that could have stopped this entire thing, what she chose to do then?
She fought back.
She fought back saying, no, I know what's best for me, you're not helping at all, so try to find a different way to do that. And how does the Queen respond?
She's
oh, okay.
She's like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's happened yet, or if that will happen. But either way, I think Noelle's and her mom's relationship is pretty rocky. Once we go talk to her, we'll learn more about it a little bit. But yeah, I think death is the key factor here. Guaranteed she's already dead. And that she lost her sister back then. Because we haven't heard the dad say... Have we heard the dad talk about death? I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so that's why it's called the Universal Mother, because because the queen is symbolic towards all the characters' moms and how they react towards them. So it's how long is the video? It's not overly long. Yeah, okay, so it's a 20-minute video, and I definitely recommend you guys watch it. It was only uploaded 2 weeks ago as well. It's a really good theory. Give full support to the person that watched it, That'd be me. To the person that made it, because she dwells really far into the lore of it, and that's what's keeping this game. I mean, there's a lot of things that's keeping this game like trendy and stuff, but like once you beat chapter 2, you'd be like, okay, wait till chapter 3, right? Some people are like that, and that's fine if you just want to play the game. But for me, as someone who's watched game theory since like 2012, my instinct is to draw lines to things that don't make sense yet. So for someone to make a video called the Universal Mother, where the queen acts as symbolically, queen acts as a mother to all the characters and how they respond to them, literally one of the best theories I've ever seen. So again, you guys should go watch it. I think it's really, she delves more into what I already delved into, so you should go watch it. But yeah, it's just really good. So I think I'm done with my rant now. I just wanted to.
That was like 30 minutes.
I just wanted to mention because we don't have any other choice, because we've already recorded chapter 2. And I don't want to wait 6 years for chapter. Well, it's not 6 years. I don't want to wait like 2 years for chapter 3 and then talk about it, because I'll forget it by then. But I wanted to point out to you guys here. Like I said, I'll even provide a timestamp probably to skip it in the comments or something, if you don't want to hear it. But yeah, it's just that's what I think. So.
Anyways, back to the game.
Yes, these flowers are still kicking. Quite hard to take care of them in this climate. Yeah. It's an air mattress. It's certainly not king-sized.
It's a twin-sized
Chris,
bed.
do you want to sleep over? You could use that air mattress, and I could use those bags of soil. Perhaps not.
What do you mean, man? Soil's
It's a small TV. On top are some superhero comics. There is some dirty fur stuck in the drain. There's a dirty watering can. Various bags of soil. It's a note. It says, "No rent received. Again, stop giving away flowers. Start selling them. You have 1 month. See." There's so many things we've never interacted with. How are we this dumb?
So
Who
he's
is
probably lose this place because he's giving them away instead of selling them. And then there's the C.
Who starts with a C? Caddy starts with a C. I don't feel like that'd be her.
Maybe the mayor's name could start with a C?
Could. Who else starts with a C that we know of? Is that everyone that starts with a C? You have 1 month. No, you know what? Zach's right. It is the mayor. The only person that can evict you out of a store, your own store, is the mayor of the town.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the only person that can do that. So yeah, it is the mayor. So the mayor's name starts with a C. Interesting. Comic Sans! No, okay.
Comic Sans, the best.
So yeah, so he's losing this place, which makes me think even more that this is the Dark World at some point. I wonder if, because if this is all symbolic, I wonder what the Dark Worlds represent. That's the biggest thing. Because Chris obviously is dismembered as well, because he lost his dad. His dad is Asgore, and they're obviously separated, so... Interesting. Oh, Chris, before you go... Here, for your mother, our secret. You got the bouquet of flowers. Have a great day, Chris.
When we were done with the theories, I was gonna say, oh yeah, that's right, we're playing a game, but that joke was already
A break with beautiful flowers in many colors. Perhaps it could be offered to someone. You bet in the banquet. Huh.
Oh, you could just... not.
You could just not, yeah. Well, we know she throws them away anyway.
Glass.
There's a small shard of something in your pocket. It feels like glass, but... Oh yeah, well, okay, well, these weren't a thing before. They were in chapter... It started when chapter 2 came out. You get these shadow crystals. I guess that also technically carries over, but it's just glass.
Yeah, just...
Wait a minute!
Glass.
There's a small shard of something in your pocket. Feels like glass. It's a normal piece of glass in the real world. In the dark world, it's a shadow that can peer into the real world. Obviously, it's not going to be able to peer into the real world when you're already in it. I guarantee that's what that is.
What does it do when you use it?
It's your dad's truck, even though I'm looking at the wall. The floor of the front seat is littered with old papers and empty and country CDs. You look through the glass. Wait, maybe not. For a brief moment, you thought you saw through your hand.
So it works both inside and
You thought you saw no. You thought you saw through your hand.
like just
Now I'm confused. So in the dark world, it said you thought you saw the classroom, right? That's what it said.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it was either that or your friends.
No, the friends is the thing I got while I was playing it by myself.
Oh,
I think it was the classroom one. So, but in the real world when we use it, it says you thought you saw through your hand.
but then again, it may not always be the same.
It's not. No, it's a chance to be something else. But they're all important though. Otherwise, why would they change? You thought you saw, are we a met? That can't be right. No, because people interact with us. Unless thought you saw through your hand. That just doesn't make sense. Maybe it will eventually, but that doesn't make sense. Huh? But it didn't say, but that might have been your imagination.
So you actually.
So you actually did.
See, yeah. So.
Because after it says something, it's like, but it might have been just your imagination or whatever. That time it didn't. Look through the glass, but nothing happened.
Of freaking course.
Thought you saw through your hand. That's either. I don't even like. There's nothing I can draw to that.
Is it
I can draw some like really obscure things, but I guarantee it's wrong.
Is it like how like Chris, how like you're not in control or something?
No, that seems a bit weird to say. The only thing I think of is that you thought you saw through your hand, meaning maybe you saw Dark World Chris's hand instead, which again links the worlds. But that's all I can think of. You guys aren't overly important. You guys don't really say much.
Hey, I voiced
Onion Sun.
Yeah, I usually give Zach the not important characters.
Whoa.
Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to talk to Onion Sand in Chapter 2 because we didn't do... Because apparently... Because I did Chapter 2 on the computer because that's when it first came out. We couldn't play it anywhere else. And so, we didn't get to talk to Onion Sand because apparently you're supposed to talk to them only if you've talked to them in Chapter 1. Meaning, if you miss them in Chapter 1, you can never speak to them again, apparently.
Great.
Yeah. Hey there! Noticed you were here. It's me, you know me, right? Of course you do. I'm real popular, I just, don't have any friends. But it's okay, you here? Because you're here, you here? Will you be my friend? No. That's perfect.
Will you be my friend? No.
No. Sinks back in. Oh, that's perfect.
Hilarious.
Oh, that is funny.
That's beautiful, beautiful commentary.
Comedy gold. And he doesn't show up
Yeah,
again.
it doesn't show up again.
Oh my god.
Oh, that
Alright,
is
it's fine. I don't know what... Because, so basically what happens is she'll say, she, I don't know what it is. They'll say, I want to tell you something tomorrow, and it's kind of in a creepy looking way. Like it's like a very big secret or something. But when in Chapter 2 you're with Susie, and so I looked into this because we didn't get to see it. She's like, hey, you're with somebody, I can't tell you the secret, find a different time to do that or whatever. So, it's kind of like Sans, where he's like teasing you with spending time with his brother, but you don't actually get to do it yet. I bet in Chapter 7 we'll get to do it, because that's Chapter 7.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the important bit. Notice how she's also locked out. Locked out of her own house.
Yeah, like, she could have gone in any time sooner while we were doing our thing.
Oh, hi, Chris. Did you need help with your homework again? I know you were having trouble last time, so, I actually got a few things ready for you in case... wait, sorry, I can't right now. I forgot my house key again, and... Sorry, Chris, I'll help you later, if that's okay. See you at school, Chris. Chris? Did you want to talk about something? Key. Huh? Why don't I ask my mom for the key? Yeah, here it is. Why didn't I ask my mom for the key? I mean, she doesn't like it when I bother her when she's working. Don't worry, okay? I'll just go over to Caddy's. Yeah. So she stumbles initially when we ask about her mom, right? And then she brings up this thing like, oh, she doesn't like when I interrupt her while she's working. Which might be true, we don't know. But the biggest part there is she stutters. And then she says she'll have to go over to Caddy's. She has to go to someone else's house just to be safe. To like have shelter and stuff. That's why I think Noelle's is like the interesting character. If it's one of those games where they start killing people off, if she's one of them, never playing this game again.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. But I'd be super upset because she's one of my favorites. Alright. Welcome home, honey. Did you have fun with your friend today? By the way, I just finished baking a pie. If you go to bed, it will be cool when you wake. But do not eat it all at once, alright?
Yeah, we're totally not gonna do that.
Even though we totally do that.
Yeah, we totally won't do that.
Oh, okay. Might have to reenact theory crafting mode because I completely forgot about Susie.
Oh, yeah, right.
Literally forgot about Susie. She's not that big, so I'm not going to go on a big lecture with her. But the biggest thing is, in Chapter 2, Toriel says, oh, hey, can you call your mom? What does she do? Not do it. She doesn't do it. She goes to the phone acting like she's going to, and then she comes back. So she doesn't actively call her mom. Which either A, I don't think this one's true. There's not enough evidence to support it. A, her mother's dead, which might make sense for why she's angry and like super like bipolar all the time. But I think what's bigger is that she just doesn't like her mom. So because she doesn't want to talk to her, like that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the main part of that. I don't remember exactly what all of Susie's stuff was. So like I said, go watch the video for yourself. It's a landline phone, but you already have a cell phone.
I guess I'll have to now.
I mean, I wasn't fully done with like all the other characters anyway. I don't remember everything. It's butterscotch cinnamon pie. It's so cool.
No, you can eat well top.
There's a photo on the fridge. It's of you, your mother, and your brother. Oh yeah, another thing that's rebellious is like if you flush this over and over again, she starts getting mad at you. And then she says if you clog the toilet, if you break the toilet again, or whatever, you're paying for it. So he's already done it before. He's already broken this toilet before. So again, he's very rebellious and he's very kind of like, I'm not listening to you kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. I forgot, can we talk to you? Chris, what is it, honey? We can't. Me. Chris, honey, you have grown up so much. Someday soon you will be going off to university as well. Remember when you were little? You asked when your horns were going to grow in? So we bought that headband with little red horns on it. Oh, you wore it for months. Whatever happened to it? Yeah, that's another thing too. I might just be pulling strings here. He lost it, or he didn't lose it, but he got rid of it because he's grown detached from his parents. He lost his dad, like completely. He's no longer in the same house, and she seems like she's praising Azriel more. So he might have felt neglected and lost connection with him, which is why he got rid of the horns. Think about that for a second.
Oh yeah.
Think about that.
Makes sense.
Where else would it have gone? We checked. It's not in the room, so we got rid of it somewhere. Azriel. Remember that video game you and Azriel used to play? What was it called? Super Smashing Fighters? Sounds about right. When he was very little, he loved the green lizard from that. We even had a birthday party for him themed around it. Well, now as you see, there's 2 green lizards. So you're gonna have to specify. Your father painted all these eggs with spots as decoration. Again with the eggs. Oh, your brother loved it. Until the next day, your father cooked them all for breakfast. Your brother just kept crying. Ever since, he's hated that book about eating green eggs.
Eating green eggs. Hey,
Okay.
whatever happened to the ham? Everyone's supposed to
This is a fun fact, by the way.
eggs.
Did you know, how many words are in green eggs and ham?
How many words?
Yeah. It's like less than 20, right?
I think
it's less than 20. So basically, you want to know why he wrote that? Why Dr. Seuss wrote that?
Why?
So someone bet him that he couldn't make a book under 20 words. And he was
did.
immediately like, nah, bro. Give me the money.
Yeah.
So green eggs and ham was actually a bet that he won.
It was a bet.
The more you know. Okay. Probably why not. Chris, since only you and I are living here right now, it feels just a bit lonely, does it not? But fortunately, sharing a warm, freshly made pie is the perfect cure for such a condition. As long as I get to eat some, of course. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I think I definitely agree with Chris's and Noel's thing that they said. I mean, I agree with all of it, really, but there's not enough evidence to really support Rose's thing yet. And then Susie's, it could be, but there could also be another reason that she's, like, angry or whatever. So, Birdley's I definitely agree with. He's like, he does seem like he has low self-esteem, so.
I almost called him Berkeley.
There are many books. Tales of Snails, a storybook. Okay, this is not the same. Oh yeah, no, that reminds me. Another thing that the person mentions from the theory is that she mentions, what book does Toriel take out of the library? What book does she take out? It's from chapter 2. It's from it's in the upstairs part of the library.
How to take care of a child.
How to take care of a human. They've been living together for a long time. Why would she suddenly start picking that book up? Because what did Chris start to do after he started seeing that he was neglected?
He started rebelling.
Started eating all the pie. Started breaking the toilet. Doing all this other stuff. And skipping class, it sounds like. It sounds like he skips class too, which is it's implied, but we haven't seen it yet. I mean, I say it's not implied, but we haven't seen it yet, but he's literally skipped both chapters. Well, actually, no, chapter 2 he didn't skip. He actually went to class. Chapter 1 we skipped, though. So, and then also another thing, too, is she's unaware of how bad he's doing in school. Like, he's got to be one of the worst grades, at least grade-wise, in that school. He skips classes, right? Whenever Alphys gets asked about him, she's like, huh, yeah, he's doing great. Your son's a great kid.
Yeah.
He's doing great. It has 100. Might be failing, but it has no 100. You get what I mean, though. She's nervous. Because if you grab the ball of junk and then go back down the hallway in chapter 2, you can catch them talking about you. Like, about Chris. And Toru asks, oh, how's Chris doing? And Alphys gets nervous and starts saying, oh, yeah, he's great.
They're normal.
Yeah, they're normal is what she says. So again, the whole thing with Chris is I think this universal mother theory is amazing, and I think you guys can go watch it. I'm not going to talk any more about it because I want you guys to go watch it. I'll link it in the description.
Here's the thing about, though, when you fight Birdley, he keeps calling you a number 3.
Yeah, because
maybe indicating like either like maybe like the third smartest person in the class, or maybe they're friends and he's like the third. It's like a number 3 in terms of like the friend.
No, I think number 3 is referring to that old riddle that first is the worst, second is the best.
There's the one with the crabby.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone just gets.
I don't think it's number 3 in terms of smarts.
I mean, it's
the only thing he talks about smarts is when you're in chapter 1, he's like, huh, I've already partnered with the second smartest student. Because he's calling Noelle the second smartest, and he's calling himself the first smartest. So he's arrogant, and he's
like
self-absorbed, and he's full of himself. Well, that's what arrogant means. Full of himself means you're arrogant. Then that's because he has very, very, very low self-esteem, probably because his mother keeps enforcing it. So I think that's what is going on here. That's what I think it's really good. Also, another reason what I might think here as well, is because what's one door in this house that's locked? Toriel's room.
And she probably might keep it locked so that Chris doesn't go in there.
Doesn't get into it, but what if the dark world is in her room? Let's here real quick. I just want to do this exercise real quick. If our house is the dark world next time, the dark world takes things from the room that it spawned in into the dark world, right? Into like a dark world form. So, for example, Sham is a stuffed teddy bear, and the checker area is a literal checkerboard, right? So we have what? We have a mirror, we have a cactus, we have books, a kitchen area. So I wonder if it's gonna be like a big kitchen area. That might be cool. We have, of course, the living room. I think it's definitely have to do with TVs somehow. This is Asgore's chair. There's hymns here. Maybe that's gonna be a religious one then. I don't know. Because like I said, we haven't gone to the church yet. A trash can with flowers in it. A fridge. The bathroom. So I'm just taking notes of what this stuff could be. So, if this is right, we have video evidence that we've said this before it happened. So, there you go. But yeah, let's look in here. Look. Literally all Chris has is a lamp, a bed, and a birdcage.
It even looks dark.
It looks darker, yes.
Like dimmer on his side.
It does, yeah. Azure has plaques, he has trophies, he has pictures, he has a degree up here, which I'm assuming is the high school degree.
And he even has decorated stars on his side.
He has decorated stars, because his mom probably bought them for him. He has a whole computer set up over here. Is that a cup of coffee? No.
Oh, it's a pencil holder.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's like,
it looks like coffee.
pens and
I thought it was
pencils.
coffee with smoke coming out of it. Anyway, either way. And then Chris has nothing over here.
Just a bird cage.
It's stained.
And a stain.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shelves are literally like look old.
Old and empty, yeah, decrepit.
It's and the light, the desk is literally a dimmer color. So is the lamp in the bed.
It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming.
And and plus, as we was like his sheets are like colorful and like all that. While Chris is just like a blank one.
Yeah, we went over that.
I didn't.
Well, yeah. Decided to go to bed. Okay, here we go. We're finally gonna end the video. Well, after this, of course. So this, of course, is the big thing that's leading people to theorize about this game. But I just want to talk about that theory that I saw. So we'll let this play out. I'll kind of just... So he's forced out of bed. That's not him getting out of bed. That's him getting forced out of bed. Which also makes me think Chris is being controlled by someone. I don't think this is actually Chris we're seeing. Now this is this weird, creepy footsteps. I want to point out they're standing in the direct middle of the Deltarune as well. Like, it's not even the middle of the room because it's off-center with the thing.
Yeah.
It's just in the weird center of the Deltarune sign.
Yeah, I do that too, you know? Normal.
Goes in to throw our control away. Now, another cool thing here is...
Yeet!
Look at the hearts. I'm moving it. But, of course, I don't have control. Pulls out a knife. Looks at us. Has Charles' red eyes. So... Again, because this is old, I'm not sure anyone's solved it yet. I definitely want to take a sample of that thing by the bunker and see if that leads to anything. If that actually leads to something and no one else has done that yet, yo. Also, one of the best songs in here, just because it's actually singing.
Yeah.
Which you don't-
First song with the vocals.
Yeah. But, yeah, it just seems very strange. Now, to be fair, he pulls out the he pulls out the knife right before he makes the Dark World in Chapter 2. So I wonder if he made another Dark World somewhere without our knowledge. But then again, it seems like Rousey and Queen were the people that told him how to make a Dark World. And that's how he made one in Chapter 2, but I don't know.
To be continued.
Now, people think the song has something to do with what's going on, and that's probably true, but we just don't know what it means yet. We continued in Chapter 2. So, I'm going to have to do this off camera, because there's a lot of things that lead to Chapter 2. Because Sham, if you take the shard to Sham, he's like, well, after you beat Spamton, he's like, are you sure you didn't beat Jevil? And I'm like, yeah, we did, it's just on a different system. And I wonder now what happens if we give him both shards and say, hey, we did beat Jevil, and also we beat this guy too. We're pretty good. We're pretty good at life.
Yeah.
I wonder what he says then. So there's stuff we technically missed, but it's not worth making a whole video out of it, so we'll just have to, we'll look at it off camera and stuff. But yeah, that is Deltarune Chapter 1. I cannot wait for Chapter 3 to 5 to come out. That's going to be one of the best gaming moments in history. probably going to be like 18 episodes, no, more than that. Probably going to be like, what, 25 episones total with all 3 chapters? I wish you're laughing, but it's probably true.
I remember when there were multiple chapters, I assumed that there was going to be 5 for some reason because of Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I don't know what's going on with it at this point, but I just assumed there was 5, but now I guess there's 7.
No, well, I think I know why there's 7, and I mentioned this in chapter 2, so I'm not going to completely repeat it here, but there's conveniently 7 souls, 7 chapters. Like, I get lucky number 7 and all, but it's a very random number to leave on chapters. So, yeah. Also, notice how chapter 1, we didn't see any other souls, right? Chapter 2, if you watched or played chapter 2, you know that's not the same.
So, like, there could be one for every different one.
Well, every different one, yeah.
And if there's ever, like, a Sans battle, then it could be, like, the Integrity one, which is dark blue.
The second I get into the chapter and we turn blue at any moment, I'm scared that we're going to have to battle Sans at some point. Because, yeah, for chapter 1 focuses on the red soul, of course. The second one focuses on the yellow soul.
Which is Justice.
Which is Mettaton, and, well, that's the fan thing. Plus, Justice doesn't make sense, because he's not... your fight Mettaton is yellow, and you're not... Justice would be Undying. But anyway, you fight the has a strong presence of Mettaton. When you talk to Undying, the song that plays from the cars is Mettaton's Battle Crusher, or whatever the heck it's called. Metal Crusher.
And then changes into Spear of Justice.
Changes into Spear of Justice, which is obviously Undying, which that makes sense. But the metal Crusher part doesn't make sense at all. And then, of course, you get to speak to Mettaton, so he's obviously in the town. So it has a strong presence of Mettaton, that's why it's yellow. So maybe in the future, when we play Chapter 3, we should start looking into if anyone's being referenced, who's being referenced a lot. Because if it's Undying being referenced a lot, maybe we should be expecting to turn green next time. If it's, the thing is, if it's light blue or orange, we're not going to know, because we never turn to those colors.
Yeah, no, that's never been a color at all.
Orange, I wonder if it's going to be like stagnant, like you have to freeze every couple seconds or something, so it's harder. I don't know what light blue is. Light blue might be a form of Sans or Papyrus. Maybe... Oh, you know what light blue might be? Maybe you can switch positions, because Sans does that for you. Yeah, but I wonder if you can switch positions yourself.
Change graphically. Like,
that'd be cool.
At the bottom, switch to up, and the side.
Toby, hire me. I got you, bro. Only $750 an hour. But yeah, so I'm just going to end this video before this turns into like an hour and 50-minute thing. It's already an hour and 30 minutes. Definitely gonna be a longer episode, but I wanted to get some theorizing in here before chapter 3 and 5 come out. I say 3 and 5, but obviously you know what I mean. I don't know when it comes out. I'm going to be stalking his Twitter to see any new posts that he makes about anything, because obviously he teased the city before chapter 2 even came out. I didn't know what it was, but he teased it before it even came out. So I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for his Twitter and stuff. Of course, you guys can do that as well. I said of course twice. We're just gonna avoid that. You guys can check out his Twitter as well, just to watch his Twitter feed as well. And then, yeah, and like I said, guys, go check out that theory. I'm going to link it in the description. It's called the Deltarune Theory, the Universal Mother. It's by Koki Autumn, is the name of the person. And I will be linking in the description. It's going to be, I don't know where it's going to be in the description, probably one of the first couple lines, maybe after the welcome to the channel thing. Yeah, go check them out. And, yeah, I'll probably watch out for theories that they do in the future as well. I don't know if they've made any more. No, it's actually one of their first videos. They've only uploaded 3 videos.
Wow.
Which is very impressive for like your third video being a really good theory that makes a lot of sense, that has a lot of evidence tied to it. That might as well be a game theory video. That's a good start.
How popular are they?
5.69K. So they're
69.
So hey, if you guys want to go give them a subscription, feel free, because she's really good at what she does. The editing is also on point as well. It's not like she just started editing. It seems like she's been doing it for a while, or she has someone doing it for her. I don't know. But either way, her first 2 videos, they do kind of look like a starting video. I think the 5K she has came from the Deltarune Theory. So that's how you can tell the theory is good. Yeah, guys, I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. On the left, check out the Deltarune plays. It's going to have all of our Deltarune stuff related in it. Deltarune Chapter 2 is coming up next. On your regular scheduled program. When I don't know, I just know it's whatever. Whenever we plan Deltarune next, will be Chapter 2, which means day offs. Because we've already pre-recorded it. That's probably what's going to end up happening with Chapter 3. It's probably what's going to happen with this entire series. We're going to pre-record it, and then I'll get it edited and upload it when they need to be uploaded, because I want to play this game the second it comes out. That's just how I am. And that's something special, because there's not many games that I will do that with. Like, if a new Call of Duty comes out, I could care less. If another trying to think. Yeah, like any games I play. Like if a new Nintendo game came out, like for example Mario Party Superstars, I can tell I'm probably gonna like it, but did I buy it day one? No, because it's not, to me. It's like I can wait. It's not a deal breaker. With this game, with how much lore it's in it, I can't even wait a day without seeing spoilers. So you kind of have to play it day one. So yeah. So left Deltarune. I'm gonna recommend Undertale on the side, because obviously here for Toby Fox related stuff. If you're not, you have a problem, you might want to check what the title of the video is.
Maybe they're just watching our video.
No, no, just shut up. Just shut up. And of course, guys, consider subscribing if you like the content you're seeing. Every series we've done to this point, we'll finish, except for that stupid Luigi's Mansion game that nobody gave a rat's hoot about, because you guys voted in the poll and said you didn't like it. And yeah, you only had like one yes, and one of those yes was Zachary.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.